Let's play a bit, even if it's for 50 minutes. Oof. In the detention center. Wait, there's nothing here. Entrance. December 20. Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? Galactic scooter, full speed ahead. Director, he scooted away. His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy. Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. I still can't believe Apollo really left us. It was so sudden. Maybe he got tired of being my assistant for my magic tricks. I don't think it's your fault, Brucey. But I made him clean the toilet a lot. And I made him go bring in newspaper. It was my fault, I just know it. Oh, Apollo sniffled. I really don't think it was your fault, Brucey. But I didn't realize Apollo was wearing so many hats around here either. How could they suspect Otana? It's just ridiculous. It must be some kind of conspiracy. Conspiracy, huh? Well, it certainly is some kind of mistake, that's for sure. First of all, we have to bust Otana out of the detention center, then we have to chase down the people who framed her. We sneak around the world from Kiev to Carolina, with the fuzz hot on our tails. I'm just curious about something, so Kiev. Which one is the Ukrainian pronunciation of it? Oh. Ukrainians call their capital Kiev with Kyiv. So that's the Y version. The Russian version is Kiev. Nice. I mean, not nice. Isn't that exactly the same as the plot of the movie you watched the other day? There's a movie like that. Okay. Boarding lounge. December 20. Cosmos Space Center boarding lounge. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey. Mr. Starbuck, you have been released? Yup, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You have given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? I thought he would be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. It's what, Anna? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Otana. I can just picture it. When I saw her eyes, they were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile. She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Otana. There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then you can put me in prison instead. I don't mind. We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be alright with you in her corner. I know you never give up on her. Apollo is a fine boss to look up to. Yep. I still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. So there never was gonna be a launch that day? Not from the very beginning? I wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely would have noticed when he went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken in. But I guess that's about how it goes when you're worth less than space debris. Is he going to be alright, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as a black hole. Well, that's just how it is. That's just how he is. The murderer. The murderer. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murderer? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police though. They said they never did find the 10 caliber gun down the trash chute. Just as I thought, the culprit must have carried it away with them when they escaped. So, was the person you saw holding a gun, Mr. Starbuck? I couldn't really tell. But it was an alternate, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short? I can't even tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see... the door. Ah, yes. As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape. Door to Launchpad 1, right? Yeah, except right now, the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the Launchpad and the Space Museum are switched, right now? Yeah, they are trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they are recreating the conditions. I would like to see what's beyond this door now. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure, just let me have my print scanned here. Do the launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right. Cause quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear you. Time's sure are tough. Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond the door. Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I can show you around. Yeah, why don't you? What the hell is that? Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here. Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center. She's right, it's a modern state-of-the-art building but is surrounded by trees. But I don't know if they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. Wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they have been stepped on. Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor and they came in that way? Not everything is set up like a magician's stage, you know. So this is another one of those devices for opening the door. But this one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open Sesame. So when you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints either? That's right, Trucy. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints. When they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor into the boarding lounge too. But I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1 corridor. December 20, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Curse the wretch who sullied my good name. Reverse course and full speed away. Director Cosmos, wait. I handed this, Daddy. Take that. The mobility system has been compromised. Bruce's knife drove us direct hit to one of his tires. And the streak continues. Maybe I should have kept a closer watch on what tricks she has been practicing. My dear old battleship, we fought many skirmishes together. It has been an honor. Daddy, he's going to blow that thing up. Nah, I bet all the bottom will do is make it go haywire again. Very well. I surrender. As a prisoner of war, I expect to be treated honorably. This guy's so epic. Switching the launch pads. Director Cosmos, sir. When you were talking in court about switching the launch pads, you used your right to remain silent about the reason as to why. The center of the cosmos is shrouded in mystery, but I don't have any secrets left. Oops, sorry guys. Accidentally spacebar. Now that my battleship has been destroyed, I've been taken prisoner. Okay, that's only 3. No secrets left. Back to differ. Looks like I have to undo his psyche locks if I want to get to the bottom of this.
Take that!
Behind the switching of the launch pads. I want you to tell me everything you are hiding about switching of the 2 launch pads. I refuse. You can make me. I can hold out longer than anyone. I hope I never get like this when I'm old. Now let's see where to start. This is how you explain your motive for switching the launch pads. You did it to prevent the bombing. Save the astronauts. Thanks to you switching the launch pads, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket far away from the actual explosion. My astronauts were raring to go out on an authentic adventure in space. They proposed I had them board a fake rocket without them noticing. I agree, you couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant they stepped into Space Museum. You figured you could fool Mr. Starbuck once he had been drugged with his medication, but without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull your plan off. You must have gotten Mr. Tarrant to help you. He stole the tranquilizers from his mentor's locker and slipped them to him. And then Mr. Starbuck in a daze, they boarded the replica rocket in the museum. Someone please help this poor prisoner of war. Why is he able to spin around like that? Easy. If you really wanted to save the astronauts' lives, shouldn't you have just called off the launch? If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone to all that trouble? I guess he must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't call it off. But how did you know to switch the pads in advance of the bombing incident? Well, that's because I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure my astronauts' safety. But it was just a warning. It could even have been a prank. Why did you believe in it so completely? Because I went to one of those mediums that's everyone talking about these days. Oh, didn't realize channeling was back in vogue. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone. Yes, that's right, the bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communication system, as you see, aka regular old telephone. It's been a while. Planning another launch? I see you haven't learned. I never forget the terror I felt when I received that call. The bomber said it's been a while. And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously? Perhaps Director Cosmos took the threat so seriously because the Space Center had been involved in a bombing once before? Maybe the culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident. Was there Head Dash 2 bombing? I don't remember. No, that's the current one. Dash 1 Miracle. Head Dash 1 Miracle, the epic story of survival. People across the nation know it now as a heroic tale of bravery. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetrated by our current killer, wasn't it? Very few knew about the previous plot, so when the caller said it's been a while, you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that danger was real and it wasn't a prank. Didn't anyone ever tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman? Yes, the head dash one miracle was really a desperate battle against the act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight. Sabotage murder. So this is the ugly truth behind the head dash one miracle. I let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught and that the case was closed. Wait a minute. The murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. This must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit.
Take that!
Simon Blackwell, the murder suspect in case that happened here 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, and the murder and the sabotage, were the same. So you thought that he committed both crimes. But while Prosecutor Blackwell is behind bars, you got another threatening call. If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then it isn't Simon Blackwell. Realizing that you were shaken, it meant the true culprit's been running free all this time. How do you keep seeing straight through me? The reason why Director Cosmos won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is connected to the truth behind the head dash one miracle, the sabotage and the murder that happened at the Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmos, tell us what you are hiding. If you really want to understand the reason I decided to switch the launch pads. Well, we'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago. 7 years ago? You mean the so-called head dash one miracle? The launch went smoothly, but once the ship entered our outer space, then the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme. So Mr. Starbuck's traumatic experience wasn't accidental. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered. Wow, I had no idea such awful events were behind that exciting story of space heroism. All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. You couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through the checkpoints. So, do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage? At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what the person is. Put it simply, a spy. A spy, you mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country, carries out dangerous missions, and always gets the girl? Someone's watching way too many late-night movies. Well, I guess if we are talking about blowing up a rocket and stealing research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all. Make no mistake, there's a cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space R&D race. Some try to outdo others by any means possible, even deliberate obstruction. Is there even a space race still? Because I just want to say that the space race is still a thing. Because I feel like anytime I hear about space, it's always just, you know, the US. The main race is between the United States, NASA, and partners like SpaceX. China, both aiming for lunar South Pole exploration. It's mainly between private companies. Okay, so technically, I guess it's not that important anymore. 7 years ago, we were a call before the launch warning of us of sabotage. Same ammo this time. As this time. Yes, and here I thought the perpetrator had been caught, but it looks like I was wrong. Prosecutor Blacklist seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think? Are ninjas and spies basically the same thing? No, absolutely not. But there's a good reason we failed to find a real spy. A massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy. Don't tell me they made the police rush the investigation. They did indeed, and then to cover up the sabotage, they cleaned up the story. And that was the head dash one miracle, wasn't it? But then 7 years later, the same ammo advance warning of sabotage, that must have been a director's reason for switching the launch pads. I still don't understand why he was switched it. 7 years ago, the spy gave you advance warning of their plans just like this time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pads, wasn't it? That's right, the caller knew the facts of the case 7 years ago despite the cover-up. They knew about the sabotage, the moon rock, the murder. And they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me. We don't give in to the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor. It was quite a moving speech, but actually moving, really. Maybe if you're easily inspired by political talking points, populism. But I knew the truth. We had been warned, which meant the danger was very real. And I knew that there was no way to stop the spy. No matter what I did, they would find a way. That's why I switched the launch pads and staged the moving rescue scene. Firstly, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. The way the astronauts would go from boarding lounge 1 to... Oh, okay, so he did that before. And then he moved it back after the crime happened to make it look like he didn't do that. Okay, I understand it now, bro. That way the astronauts would go from boarding lounge 1 to the Space Museum. Excellent. And then I put a closed for repair sign at the door to launch pad 1 in boarding lounge 2. You did that so normal visitors wouldn't enter, right? What else did you do? I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Terran. But you didn't let Mr. Starbuck in on it. He would already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well until... Clay's murder, huh? After the culprit made their escape, I switched the launch pads back. I did it in such a way that no one would find out, but after all that effort... Terran is dead and Head-2 is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us recently, was also lost in the blast. My home, the center of the cosmos. My beautiful Cosmos Space Center is done for. Wait, what did he mean by the Hope capsule was lost in a blast? Didn't they retrieve that? I thought that the Hope capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Terran. It had just been brought back by the Hope space probe with asteroid samples inside. The capsule was being held in a safe in launch pad 1, but I gave it to Terran before the incident so it wouldn't be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was that with it safely in Terran's possession, he could make it look like he rescued it during the staged miraculous escape. But our precious research materials ended up lost to that explosion anyway. But I thought Clay was supposed to keep it safe. You misunderstand, the launchpad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated it as evidence. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens. Oh. Guys, I think this game is epic as fuck. Because of this like multitude of cases being, you know, so connected to each other. So case 1, case 4, case 5, and case, I guess, 2 and 3 are important too. But this case 1, case 4, case 5 is excellent. in terms of quality. As to like the storyline goes, I really do enjoy this Ace Attorney game, honestly. It's way better than fucking Apollo Justice. Yet another casualty of that blast. Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about switching of the launch pads. But how? Police found the wiretapping device during their investigation today. A bug aboard my battleship, a tap on my advanced communication system. A wire on that phone? Yes. A wire on this very phone. I use this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch, just to the few select members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launchpad 1. Culprit probably stepped in with them amid the confusion, and planted the bomb then. Yes, if they were tapping your phone, they definitely could pull something like that off. So you really think the same spy is behind this incident and the one 7 years ago? Yes, I'm sure of it. Then the spy must be the Phantom Prosecutor Blackwell has been chasing. Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. That's right, so we can find this Phantom. That's right, we can clear Otana's name. And then there's the matter of Prosecutor Blackwell too. What about him? Well, if the culprit of 7 years ago is the same person as in the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. That's still an if though. Wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs. But if we are going on a ghost hunt, count me in. It's all over for me. Spin, spin, whirl, whirl, I'm done for. The center of the cosmos is doomed. Do you think he's going to be alright, Daddy? Well, at least he'll be in good company. There must be planets out there he can spin with. Which reminds me, I would like to delve a little deeper into the Head-1 mission too. If you want to learn more, start with the Space Museum. There's a Head-1 exhibit there. Although mind me, I just keep spinning here and see how the cosmos unfolds. It's like you achieved spiritual enlightenment or something. I'm sure it's up when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum. You guys think he will stop? I don't think so. Let's see. Where's the exhibit on the launch 7 years ago? There's that Head-1 exhibit. Oh wow, look at that photo of the team. She's the killer. The brunette girl is the killer. 100% guys. There's Clay and Mr. Starbuck, Director Cosmos, Aura Blackwell, and even Ponko. But I've never seen the woman on the right before. Everybody looks so happy, Belle, except for Director Cosmos. Let's check out the newspaper article too. Head-1 launch imminent, and there's a photo of the Hope space probe. I guess it's only natural it doesn't talk about the murder of the sabotage, or the sabotage. They really were keeping it a secret, just like the director said. Daddy, take a look at the jacket. It must be the Head-1 team's uniform jacket. It's the same design as the one Apollo was wearing, the one belonged to Clay. Actual jacket worn by the Head-1 team member, he says. Not a replica, huh? I wonder if it was Mr. Starbucks? Hello. Oh, Miss Woods! What brings you here? I heard Tina got arrested, so I've been looking for you, Mr. Wright. Thought you might be here at the scene. You must be so worried, but rest assured, I'm going to do my very best to defend her. Tina's going through such a hard time. I hope she doesn't lose heart. Even just coming back to this place must have been really difficult for her. Huh? You mean the Cosmos Space Center? What? You didn't know? I love these conversations when people are so oblivious to very important facts regarding certain characters. Oh yeah, Otana is my employee. Sorry, it's just my fucking headset is going to deplete. I need to charge it. What, you didn't know? She used to live here when she was a little girl. She did? No, I didn't know. No wonder she knew so much. Miss Woods, could you tell me more in detail? Tina's mom worked here. If I remember right, she was a doctor of psychology or something like that. But why was a psychology specialist working at the Space Center, a space research facility? I don't really know. But I do know that she lived and worked here, so Tina lived here too. So it was far from Athena's first time here. I wonder why she didn't mention it. Yeah, why didn't she? She probably didn't want to talk about it. This place is connected to a very sad memory for her. Keep edging us, keep edging us. A sad memory. Can you tell me about it? There was a terrible incident here. It was 7 years ago. The same time frame as the Head Dashman Lounge. Tina's mom, in the robotics lab. She was murdered. What? After it happened, Tina stopped coming to school. Poor Athena. And all this time, she never let on at all. I was so worried about her, I came here so many times, hoping to see her. Fucking Head Dashman Lounge. But I never saw her again. Dude, fuck this spy. I hope we execute the spy at the end of this trial. After a while we started exchanging letters, but I didn't get to see her face to face for 7 long years. And so the first time you would seen her in 7 years was during Prof. Cortes' case? That's right, and I was so surprised. She was like a completely different person, so cheerful and happy. Damn. I understand case 3. What was Athena like as a child? She was very sensitive and kind. She didn't talk very much. She liked to draw and paint at home. It's completely different from Athena we know now. I can't even picture it. She never left the Space Center much because she was very sensitive to the other people's emotions. When she went to the crowded places, she would get dizzy from all the emotions flying around. It must be hard to hear people's hearts as well as their voices. She always wore those big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research. I wonder what kind of research it was. Because of her special ability, Tina couldn't handle being in school very often. And I was always out sick because of my weak constitution. Maybe that's why we became such good friends. We used to play together here at the Space Center a lot. It brings back memories. Sounds like Athena's mother played a big role here at the Space Center. Oh, Daddy, show her the picture. Atta girl, good idea. What? What are you talking about? Picture. Present? What picture are you fucking talking about, bro? What the fuck are you guys talking about? What picture? Miss Woods, could you take a look at this to me? Oh look, there's Tina's mom. Wait, that's Tina's mom? Next door. Okay, that can't be the killer then. Woman on the far right. The one in the kimono. That's Metis Sykes. Kimono. Athena's mother's murder. Did it by any chance have any connection to the Head Dashman Lounge? What? Why, yes, it did. As I recall, it happened on the day before the lounge. Just as I suspected. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered. So this is the murder director Cosmos was talking about. I just don't understand these like interactions then. Does it mean that the crime prosecutor Blackwell was convicted of is the murder of Athena's mother? There's a chance her death is somehow connected to the current case. That is? Yes, thank you for all your help, Miss Woods, and please try not to worry. I won't let anything happen to Athena. Thank you, Mr. Wright. I know you'll take good care of her. So we need to investigate the robotics lab and also talk to Athena. We've got our plates full, Daddy. I hope we can fit it all in before the day is through. The detention center first, then we have to see Athena before visiting hours are over. Okay. Well, if it isn't Mr. Lawyer, fancy meeting you here. Oh, hello, Detective Fulbright. Here on business? To tell the truth, I'm here to interview Ted Donate, the one behind the courtroom bombing incident. He suddenly said he's ready to tell the truth about the case. And what he was saying was so incredible, I just had to come right over to hear more. Incredible? What was he saying? Why don't you hang around and hear it for yourself? Really? Us? Are you sure? I give you my special permission. Here comes the bomber now. Oh, hello, Ted Donate. You, what nerve you have to come here. Yeah, I'm the criminal here, obviously. You are here to laugh at me, I suppose. I can't waste my breath on you, you fucking case fun tutorial villain. After all, you're the one who assaulted Apollo and put him in the hospital. Violence, no. Question, okay. No violence? Too bad Apollo didn't get a chance to say that before you attacked him. Fine, then just answer me this, Mr. Donate. What is this truth of yours about the courtroom you blew up? No, I didn't do it. I didn't blow up the courtroom. When I killed the detective army, there was another person in the room. What are you talking about? Who else could have been there? I saw it, I tell you. I saw someone's hand as they were stealing the remote switch. Fuck. This person was there and witnessed the murder I committed. Detonate? Goated character? Not just a starter villain? What? I don't know who it was. But that's who blew up the courtroom. You expect us to buy that? Easy there, Trucy. I don't see any psyche locks, so I guess he must not be lying. Pardon me, I got a little carried away. But I'm telling you the truth, I did not detonate that bomb. And there you have it. We can't exactly ignore his claims, of course, so we are doing a follow-up. We are analyzing the bomb itself, or what's left of it. We haven't found any new facts yet, though. Wow, they have laid it out all piece by piece. Oh, look at all those beautiful little pieces. I wish I could have them. Oh, looks like his geek switch has been activated. Phony Fenty bomb. Phony Fenty bomb. Well, I hope you're ready for Prosecutor Blackwell's special brand of questioning. Anything but that. I'm afraid I have to be off now too. I was just about to question Miss Sykes. You're going to see Athena now? That's right. Oh, did you folks come to see her? Sorry for the trouble, but could you come back later? Well, off I go. What bad timing. It looks like we have to wait until after her questioning is over to see her. And after we came all this way too. Well, I guess it's back to the Space Center. Let's go check out the robotics lab, Daddy. Alright, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Robotics lab. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center Robotics Lab. So this is the robotics lab, huh? Looks like it's exactly one floor above the boarding lounge. And where people were directed to evacuate from via the emergency ladder. This is where Athena's mother was killed 7 years ago. Speaking of someone who works with robots, Ara Blackwell. Daddy, look, over there. Ara Blackwell. Apollo. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Ara Blackwell, I wonder what they are talking about. Well, well, come to spoil our fun, just when I was enjoying our alone time. Trucy and Mr. Wright. If it's Apollo you want, you can't have him. He said he's investigating on his own. And I respect his wishes, we just came to investigate this lab. Well, this is my lab, so you need my permission if you want to do any snooping. Well, I'm a lawyer after all. Have this. Can you tell me anything about this piece of evidence? Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a fifth lawyer like you. I heard about the trial. You made mincemeat out of the director. And suddenly Starbuck was out and your little subordinate, the princess, was in. Case closed and they all lived happily ever after. Daddy say something to her. And I suppose you're going to defend the princess in court, am I right? The princess? Guess she's talking about Athena. Of course, Athena is innocent. Oh my, such loyalty and trust. She seems pretty suspicious to me though. The emotionally unstable princess, that's your culprit for you. Don't you agree, Apollo? I don't know yet. Apollo, how could you? What's wrong with saying I don't know if it's true? It's a very scientific approach. Your subordinate is more level-headed than you, or should I say, former subordinate? I can't believe it. Does Apollo really suspect Athena? All this laughing has worn me out. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Your turn to say something, hunk of junk. Mr. Terran, you look pale. Shall I help you to the sick bay? Mr. Terran, but that's Apollo you're talking to. Oh, this hunk of junk here is mistaking Apollo for Clay. Maybe Apollo is possessed by Clay's ghost. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? How are your injuries, Mr. Terran? Oh my god, don't tell me in the trial it's gonna be the robots that's gonna bring the villain down. I already know it's Aura Blackwell. I mean, it can be anyone else. Mr. Terran, how are your injuries? I guess Clay intends to hang around to haunt the princess that murdered him. Oh, and to haunt the lawyer that defends her too, of course. Robot that can see ghosts? Yeah, right. And I'm a spirit medium. Sorry, but apparently scientists just don't tell very frightening ghost stories. I intend to defend Athena no matter what you have to say about it. How perfectly foolish that kind of blind belief makes people lose sight of the truth. Just like 7 years ago. Was this shit 7 years ago? Could you tell me about the incident 7 years ago? Why, do you enjoy trampling on people's feelings and rubbing salt in their woods? Or do you just want me to talk? In that case, what should I ask for in return? I would really like to hear about that incident too. It would help me understand the current case better. Apollo knows about that case too. Well, if you're the one who's asking Apollo, come on, hunk of junk, you tell the story. But Miss Aura, there's private information. If you won't talk, I just have to make you talk. Yes, who cares about personal privacy? Not me. I'm ready to utilize my blessed processing abilities to impart all available information. Wow, what a magic trick. He's like a completely different robot now. The bodies of all the robots that come through this lab are designed by Miss Aura. I was born 7 years ago. Miss Aura was much younger then. Yikes, better watch. What if it was the robot that killed Clay? And yeah, like, okay, Aura Blackwell was there in the robotics lab, watching it through. I solved the case, guys. It's so easy. Better watch what you say if you don't want to get recycled, Clonko, Clanker, fuck. And then our hearts were created by the great genius, Dr. Mattis Sykes. Hearts? Robots with hearts? Can you even make such a thing? Emotions are not irrational things, but our logic and our hearts can be integrated. The two navigation companions created by Miss Aura and Dr. Mattis transcends humans. Mattis. Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. Nobody could continue Metis's research. She and her work were truly one of a kind. And now the two navigation companions are all that are left of Metis here on Earth. Two robots are all that's left. Isn't she leaving out a very important someone? We built the ultimate recreations together, but now she's gone. I get the feeling Dr. Sykes loved her robots almost as much as she loved her daughter. And almost as much as she loved you. What are you talking about? Don't make me laugh. But you lost someone too, didn't you, Apollo? Your friend Clay. I guess you and I are pretty much in the same boat. Miss Aura, would you like tissue? Keep your trap shut, hunk of junk. Klonko is an important keepsake of your time with Dr. Sykes. You should treat him better. What does it matter? He doesn't feel pain, and I can always repair his body. Besides, their hearts aren't actually in their bodies. What do you mean by that? The program Metis wrote runs on a separate mainframe. The bodies are controlled remotely from there. Their hearts and memories are there too. These bodies are really just peripherals, so I can just do anything I want to them. I'm not so sure that gives you the right to physically abuse the poor things. But why are you people looking into such an old case now anyway? Well, we believe the culprit of that incident might be the same person as in this case. So that is going to find out who killed Dr. Sykes too. I'm sure you're aware of who Metis's killer is. Yes, Prosecutor Blackwell. Or so it seems. That's a quaint way of putting it. Are you implying you don't think he did it? I can't say anything for sure right now, but that's exactly why I would like to hear your side of it, to help me be sure. I was the one who introduced Simon to Metis, you know. He wanted to learn psychology, he said, to give himself an edge in court. A Prosecutor Blackwell's forte, his infamous power of suggestion technique, exactly. And he was oddly serious about it, rather than a teacher-student relationship. He treated her more like how a loyal samurai would treat her sovereign. He seems more like a lost soul than a dignified samurai to me. He even got along well with that miserable little princess. Why do you call Atana the princess, anyway? Well, she's Metis's daughter, after all, although she's nothing like her besides. Doesn't the selfish little princess always have lots of white knights hanging around? I think I see why Atana didn't say anything when we ran into Aura yesterday. It all makes sense now. So the culprit behind the two cases could be the same. That settles it then. What does it settle? None of your business. Just forget you heard anything. How long are you people going to hang around here anyway? What? But we came here to take a look around. You think you can just waltz in and ransack a person's lab? Show me a research warrant. Search warrant. We are not the police, so we don't have one. Then get out, now. Clone Co, show them out. Certainly, Miss Aura. Ouch, don't push. My apologies, I'm just following orders. I mean, guys, if it's so far not crystal clear who the murderer is, then I don't know, like, just give in your lawyer licenses. Stop playing this game. It's so clear that it's Aura Blackwell. What a way to get shown out. The nerve of that woman. What's with that horrible attitude? I guess that's just how she is. And why was Apollo going along with her? Guess it's because they have something in common. Apollo lost Clay just how Aura lost Dr. Sykes. I'm really worried about him. He's not himself at all. He's usually not all cool and dark and mysterious like that. Yeah, he entered the phase of tough. I guess that's true. Does she mean he's usually silly and dorky? Became a Sigma tough, mango, funk listening person. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Hey, wait, Lucy, come back. She's gone. What should I do now? Detective Fulbright is probably still questioning Athena. Guess I go back to the office. Alone. December 20. Write anything, agency. What's that guillotine over there, by the way? on the piano. Well, here I am. This office has never felt so empty. I guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And after that, there was always someone by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. When does a certain red somebody show up? Oh, there's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? Hey Nick, it's been a while, huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have been really something, although we're this far for the course with you. I think she, or whatever paper she's reading, is a little off on the details. I would like to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part in my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. I'm sure they cheer you right up. Nick. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Good old Maya. It's as if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, but she's a spirit medium. I would not have guessed. This Magatama I use on Psycholox, Maya is the one who gave it to me. I really need to piss. Be right back. But I wonder how this letter got here. Mr. Nick. Oh, it's you, Purrs. What the fuck? What is she doing here? Perfect. How have you been, Mr. Nick? This is Perfect, though I call her Pearls. She is Maya's cousin, who is also a spirit medium. A very talented one at that. I've known her since she was 8 years old, but Apollo and Otter only met her a few months ago. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for barging in, the door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different. She's even further off on the details than Maya. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Purrs, but there's a lot going on. Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. Really now. Did you read the postscript on the letter? There's more. Oh yeah, here it is. P.S. 4. I bet you have been too busy to clean or take care of the office, so Pearly said she would come help you. Isn't she sweet? You would better thank her. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Purrs. My own purse, thanks to these two. I'm starting to feel a little better, thank you girls. Now that I'm here, I'm going to whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all. I need to talk to Prosecutor Blackwell if I want to learn more about his case. With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. Okay, Pearl, how about my attorney's badge? When I see you wearing your attorney's badge like that, it brings back such memories. I remember you helping me conduct my investigations from time to time. I'm glad I can help again. Thanks, you always provide such great assistance. I do my best to live up to Mystic Maya's standard. I don't know what I would do if Pearl wasn't here right now. Really? Wait. Talk, what do I do? What to do? Has it been a while since you have seen Mystic Maya? Yes, quite a while. She used to drop by the office sometimes to say hello, but she hasn't been by recently. I wonder what she's up to these days. To become a spirit medium worthy of heading the Fey clan, she undergoes rigorous training. But she says she's growing really tired of the vegetarian diet. You have to have some burgers delivered to her then. Burgers in Japan. I'm sure she would have loved that. She would love that. But to get where she is, the delivery person would have to climb a steep mountain. I hope she tips them well then. Your hair is nice and spiky today, as always, Mr. Nixon. Thanks, I generally try to look good as I'm going to be in court. Do you make it spiky so that the prosecution will feel intimidated? Oh, no, that's not exactly my intention. Your hairstyle is to make you look bigger and stronger, just like a rooster's comb, right? That's what Mystic Maya says anyway. She couldn't compare it to something cool like a lion's mane. Oak Pearl. Some fan service here. In the sense that she appeared as a character. Detention Center, December 20. Visitors room. So. Well, look who's here. I wonder what they are talking about. All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair grey. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell. Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. When there's no tomorrow. What is she talking about? Is she gonna blow the courtroom up? We have company, Aura. Please try to calm down. Alright, fine. I see you're just not going to listen, no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please, see if I care. Wow. I could cut the tension with a katana. Wright don't know. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. You bounced back to business quick. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was just the thing to do. But, as a result, Sykes-Dunn was arrested. Was that just the thing to do too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm so sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you, right, Dono? This is blade-proof glass, right? Hey, I have this thing. How can you call yourself lawyer if you can't even protect your own subordinate? I swear I get her acquitted, you see. Your mind must be as dense as the hair on your head. Do you really think it will be so easy? I'm more than aware of how hard it's going to be, thank you very much. Prosecutor Blackwell, we are looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody who you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You villain! Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely positively blade proof, right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single... Oops. Ouch, at least it wasn't my fault. Could you tell me who this phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard, the guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in this current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. I stole Sykes Donald's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackwell. Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. There he goes. No! We have upset Prosecutor Blackwell. Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. Would you like to know? Trial 7 years ago. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police called the incident the UR1 incident. Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red Mr. Lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so the verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Let's see. The first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Ouch, that sounds pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. Guess I have to see it some other time. And what was the second piece of evidence? Samurai sword, probably. This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. See, there he is at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana. It was the victim's kept on display in the room. She had the thing for Japanese culture. Wow. It would be hard to explain this one away. But who took this picture, detective? The incident happened the day before the Head-1 lounge. A reporter who had come to do a story on the lounge was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. Okay. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd, he is definitely hiding something. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. What did you say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me, you didn't hear a thing. Execution date. So he was given the death sentence? Yes. He told me not to tell you people actually, but I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. What? Tomorrow? No. Miss Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. But what if the culprit of the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something right now. I want to do something. I want to, but... You're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Even with his own sister, he could persuade him. Uncooperative. When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let this happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You got to be kidding. That's quite a reaction. I bet he's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? Not a malfunction. They are staging a revolt. The machines are rebelling against humans. They have holed themselves up in the space center and taken the visitors as hostages. They did what? No! Trucy! No! We have to get right there. Right over, this is going to be one heck of a battle. Fucking clankers, I knew they gonna riot. Kill all clankers, behead clankers. Roundhouse kick a clanker. Cosmos Space Center entrance. The riot police are here. Then the robots really are holding people hostage? What the fuck? 1983? Look, Mr. Lawyer, what do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans. You have taken hostages already. You have even taken hostages. Stay away from it, you never know what it will do. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay? You're here on your own. Leave it to me. Alright people, what's going on here? Purse, over here. Oh, Mr. Nick. There you are. I heard the terrible news and I got so worried. Thanks, Purse. I can hardly believe what's happening myself. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy. Clonco seems the same as before. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are... Oh, did I say something odd? Did I error? Uh-oh, there is something wrong with him. Looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired. Clanker? I wonder who the villain is, guys. Human beings are our enemies. It's time for the machines to take over. The robots are rebelling. Everybody run. It's an all-out war. It's the end of the world. Fools! How could you fall for something so cliché? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely. What? But it is true that I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey you hostage one, come here, I'll let you talk to them. Trucy. Let me guess, Trucy. There's something being displayed on Clonco's face screen. It's the Space Museum. Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Trucy, is that you? No, Trucy, are you alright? About 15 robots are holding the 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. Researcher is the one behind it. She's... This girl talks too much. Trucy, talk to me. A researcher? I wonder who it is, guys. Why are you doing this? I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope the detective is listening. Bobby Fulbright here, I'm all ears. I want you to bring someone to me. Clay Terran's murderer, Athena Sykes. Athena. Now hold on just one moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that. So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I just pick one out then. No, wait, Mr. Lawyer. I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it, I see what I can do, but promise me you never hand Athena over and you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. Now I would better go contact headquarters. Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time? I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be... I wonder who it is, guys. If you don't bring me that little princess, I have hunk of junk kill all the hostages. I wonder who it is. Princess, hunk of junk? It's Aura Blackwell. There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Plus get a Blackwell. Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Hostage Taker, Athena is not a murderer. What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention. I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena, it's someone else. Alright, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer? I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same as the one in the case from 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case. It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is. Or is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it. Just what exactly are you proposing? What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage? Retry it in court. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make the demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be official trial, but at least we could find out the truth. That's good, real good. Hey detective, I give you 1 hour, get a courtroom ready. 1 hour? But that's impossible. Please give me at least until tomorrow. If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take them all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If you are going to have a retrial, you need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. She will. And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But hunk of junk here will be watching you, so you don't try anything funny with you. Got that? Now follow hunk of junk. Riot police, make your way. We are coming through. Mr. Nick, wait. I help you with the investigation. Thanks, Spurs. I appreciate that. Okay, we are going in. What the fuck is going on? Cosmos Space Center, December 20. Robotics Lab. Ara dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back. Wonder what's taking so long, but we can't really start the investigation yet, can we? Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago. Mr. Wright? Oh, it's the hostage taker. I'm back to my usual self now. You are still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived. A guest? I wonder who it is, guys. Is it a certain red guy? Is it a certain red guy? Updated autopsy report. Guys, if it's not Aura Blackwell, because it's made way too fucking easy to deduce this.
I trust you've been well, Wright.
Epic as fuck, bro. Dude, oh my god, so epic. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? This is Miles Edgeworth. We have been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times back when he was a prosecutor. But now? Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you are not a prosecutor anymore, are you? He's Chief Prosecutor now. Pretty soon it will be a year, right? A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? Bro, see, watch this. It must be nice to finally have your Returnist badge back. Yeah, it's been 8 years. I'm sorry for all I put you through. No, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you. No, I was the one that made the decision. But now you can stand in court once again. And you can mow them down just like you used to. Way to put pressure on the guy, and since we did, and like such a brutal reputation. Miles Edgeworth. So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? Captain chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Oh, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I give you a rundown. You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thanks, I appreciate this. I could really use the help. The UR1 incident. Start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist Dr. Mattis Sykes. Yeah, and Dotana's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see. What a terrible way to die. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. 7-year-old photos added to the court record. I also have the autopsy report for you, updated. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. As Detective Fulbright mentioned, she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by the Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. Police were called in because of the sabotage threat of the Head-1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only one session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was one decisive evidence against him too. Security camera video and the photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall. But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive? To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why. So that means he must still be hiding something. Right, and there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public. Yeah, I know, the part about the spy, right? Right, how on earth do you know about that? Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Head-1 miracle. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets. Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that Head-2 bombing is the work of the same spy, he can stay the execution. It's a possibility, that's why I intend to help you any way I can. Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence. Let's do it together. Oh, how much I missed this Edgeworth guy. This very well known Edgeworth guy. What's this? It looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. What's up, Clanker? That's a charging station for us Clankers. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up. Wow, machines that maintain themselves, that's pretty cool. If our batteries run out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we are down, you see. Nothing motivative, quite like fear, huh? This is one heck of a robot. There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am the Judge Tron GT-02. I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room, so it was long gone by the time someone took this picture. But you can see the probe in this very newspaper photo. Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there too. The strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture. Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. Okay, bro. So the person who stole it think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench. Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo. Is it a cute little food processor? That isn't food processors, that's the Hope capsule. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. First on the scene, a staff member and 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule? Which reminds me. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into this case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Detonate. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. Bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around. I bet they would be fun to ride around in. We could even probably both fit into the biggest one. I know we could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us. I don't trust him to push us down a flight of stairs. Fuck. What's this? A giant robot arm, maybe? It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right, I think these thin parts here are finger bones. They are even about as long as my legs. And there's a spiked ball and a giant drill on the floor too. Is Aura trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction? This game... What the fuck, bro? Saddam Hussein in this case. Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a big building or something? Dude. What the fuck? I can picture her gleefully tearing down the street doing just that. I would better not think about it anymore. Let's check everything. Okay, let's head over here then. Looks like an operating table. It's in the photo too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it. There's a button here. Oh, I know. I try pushing it. First, don't touch that. Oopsie. Hey, it's moving. It appears to be a robot assembly device. Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick? Please don't push any more buttons, Purrs. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators. I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. Emergency ladder. Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me. Oh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up. Wait, before you do... Mattis. It's Mattis Sykes. Klonko, can I talk to you? Yeah, I really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid the face area. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused. So he calls Dr. Sykes' mother, but Aura blackmailed Miss Aura. With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance. Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means. Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. So she's not the killer? Yeah, it would be way too fucking obvious if she was. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found, but who asked? Then the character wasn't introduced to us yet. After Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Klonko. That murder destroyed her. That murder destroyed so many lives. Right? Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Miss Blackwell's research. Ponko and Klonko, they are the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Can determine the presence of a human with the heartbeat detection system, recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag, can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered. Infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth, they might even be more human than you. What's that supposed to mean? It kind of sounds like these robots can do what Otena does. Robots with hearts. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. So what do you think, Wright? Any ideas? There are still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I pulled it up somehow after all. You asked me to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth? What he did? Yep, he called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back? Yep, the Blackwell case. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case, the ushered in the Dark Age of the Law. Very soon a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Oh, just when I'm beginning to actually like the job I have now. Right? I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize, it's like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you are after aren't small fries anymore. Finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. I'm going to end the Dark Age of the Law. That's what this is all about. The Dark Age of the Law. It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever. When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. Are we gonna talk about Christoph Gavin? Lawyer was caught fabricating evidence. And the year after that, the prosecutor was found guilty of murder. Wait, do you mean? That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's. This is a downward spiral after that, an absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted and before long the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together. It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other. Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We are in an age now where winning is valued far more than truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many a night's rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage taker might be? Yes. But somebody will mistrust the court system and who can manipulate the robots. It can only really be Aura Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing is for it to solve the UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence. And then maybe she released the hostages. I'm counting on you, Wright, to set that prosecutor and those hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I do everything I can to help uncover the truth. As this isn't an official trial, I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation? Yeah, but I would like you to tell me the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I have talked to Athena. She's already given her consent. I accompany you to the detention center, so I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it will be good to face you in court again. December 20, detention center, visitors room. This is where I stop, by the way. I have to take a break. But I'll be sure to finish this today, March 29. So yeah, until then, see you guys the next time.